Dr. Gibbs has dedicated his life and his career to fighting for Christian ministry, and specifically for Christian education. In that episode, he shares his story, but he also talks about the vital importance of Christian schools not being Christian in name only. What sets us apart? What is crucial about Christian education? He shares how these traits and distinctives are vital to the life of a truly Christian school, but also how they have even found their way into the courtroom. Let's go back and catch some of the highlights of that episode. So, this podcast is geared towards Christian school educators. We have a heart for supporting them, and I know you have that heart as well, obviously. I have heard you speak very passionately about Christian education. Tell me, what do you feel is so crucial from your point of view about Christian education, especially today?
Well, the most priceless thing that any of us ever have given to us as a child, someone who needs education, they're eternal. You can lose money and replace it. You damage the soul of a child. The Bible said 'twere better you cast into the sea with a millstone about your neck. The Bible's very, very clear that God highly prioritizes what we do to children. And absolutely, educating a child is the most important function that any of us ever get to undertake because they have an eternal soul and somebody is trusting you, trusting us to educate that child for God's glory and God's honor. And so it is a high, high responsibility. When we get to heaven, you're going to find out who the real heroes are. And it's going to be Christian school teachers and people like that who dedicated their lives to training children for Jesus Christ. That's the key. And that's what we have so passionately wanted to defend, the right of those teachers and administrators to give the child the education that the Bible mandates.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. To be a Christian school educator, it's a high calling. It's a huge responsibility. Like you said, every day those families partner with us and we need to give them our best. But I love how you put that, so well said. You've been in the fight for Christian education in general. So, I mean, we're representing Christian schools, but there's homeschools, there's different types of schools. You see things that are certainly quite concerning. You've kind of alluded to it a little bit. You're confronting society and culture, and I guess we could say its intersection with faith and freedom. Well, as educators, we are seeing the decline around us. We aren't seeing the specific scenarios and situations that you are. I'm guessing, though, from what you are seeing trends or themes in what's happening in culture and society. Share with us what you see happening in America. What should be on our radar as Christian educators? What should we be watching for?
All of a sudden, there's been an enormous change against so-called Christian schools. The culture we're living in is not against Christian schools. They're against Christian schools that are Bible-based and focus on the person of Jesus Christ. As long as you just keep it general and not particular, as long as you make it where any child could go to your school and never be touched by the Word of God, never be touched by the person of Jesus Christ, that's okay. But if you're going to go back and say, no, we believe the Bible is the inerrant Word of God, and we believe that a Bible is the foundation of everything that child needs to learn, and it is for everybody. And the person of Jesus Christ is the only way to heaven. Then all of a sudden, they're extremely antagonistic towards our schools now. What they want to say is what I just said to you is hate speech. And suddenly that needs to be stopped, and we can't let you tell children that. We can't let you impress on children that hateful speech that they have to know Jesus or they won't go to heaven. That's the great change that has happened. In the last 10 to 15 years, there's been a massive change. Once again, they're not against a school as long as you make it where it's not foundationed on the Bible or foundationed on Jesus Christ.
Enjoyed this short clip? That was just a sneak peek into a full episode on the Teacher Edition podcast. We are passionate about supporting Christian educators like you. Looking for more inspiration and practical strategies you could use today? Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by BJU Press.